Hi guys, so I hope everyone is keeping well during this madness that is coronavirus. It's a really weird time we're living in at the moment, and I think everyone is around the globe is feeling the effects of it in some form. So I thought I'd just make a quick video just to elaborate on the post that I put up yesterday about the 5 steps to well-being. So this is something that my colleague and we deliver to our students, and it's just about recognizing the different aspects of maintaining your well-being. And those are, as I mentioned, connecting, being active, learning, giving, and taking notice. So I'll go into a little bit more detail just so you can see how you can incorporate these different aspects into our new routine, as it were. So, the first step in the 5 steps to well-being is to connect. It's a little bit more difficult now given the climate of, the current situation, but we have this fabulous thing called social media, and I think now more than ever is the time to utilize it and make sure that we're getting the most out of it in order to stay connected with each other, to keep abreast of everything that's going on within the world, and just to feel like you're a part of something bigger, especially because we are in social isolation at the moment, or supposed to be. So yeah, use social media, but use it wisely. Don't let it take over your life, as it were. Connect with people, whether it be via WhatsApp or Instagram. Telephone calls are always the best form of communication, I think, or even FaceTime, WhatsApp video calls. Me and my friends recently started doing Netflix parties, which have been so much fun. So that's another idea, a way that you can socialize whilst watching a film together, or a TV series together. If you can't be in the same room physically, you can connect via Netflix parties. There are a whole range of other apps that you can use. There's another one that I've downloaded called House Party. So again, you can video call each other, you can play games via social media, the social app. There's so much that you can do without having to physically be connecting with other people. So make use of the technology that we have got now. This is the best time to make use of it right now, because we physically can't connect with each other, unfortunately. And as humans, we are social beings, so connecting with other people is vital to us. It will affect our mental health if we are in isolation for too long and not able to talk to other people, communicate with anyone. It makes us feel good. And yeah, just make sure that you are actually taking some time out of your day to connect with others in some form whilst you're in isolation. The second step to well-being is be active. As you know, I'm an advocate for exercise. So even though the gyms are closed and we've been told to try and stay in as much as possible, you can still be active even within your home. There are online so many different home workouts that you can download. Yep, there are also apps that you can use. There's YouTube, there's Instagram. There are so many things that you can do within the house. You don't even have to have equipment. You can use water bottles, tin cans, bags of rice, bags of flour if you need weights, your child. There's literally so much that you can do at home without even having to leave go out your front door. If you are lucky enough to have a garden, then get out, get some fresh air, take a walk around, do a few light exercises in the garden with the space that you've got. I think as much as we're told to stay in, I think going for a little short walk in the local area, again, that would be beneficial to not only your mental health but also your physical health. So get out, get some fresh air, get active. It's vital. And again, the beauty of social media is that you're able to connect with people and challenge each other. So yesterday, someone tagged me in a push-up challenge on Instagram, which I took part in. So over the course of the next few days and weeks, I might throw out some other challenges for people to get involved with, just to encourage you guys to get active and do something, because we all know how beneficial exercise is to our mental health. It produces a range of different chemicals, not just endorphins, which everyone usually knows about. It produces lactate, which also helps to act as an anti-anxiety kind of chemical and helps with depression and low mood. So getting active really will benefit you, especially in this current climate. The third step to well-being is keep learning. And again, I think this period of time is a perfect opportunity to make the most of, any online courses that you can find. There are so many free online courses that are out there and accessible to us, to encourage us to keep learning, to add to your CV. If you want to think about starting a new career, go and look online and see what resources you can find, because you've got the time and the opportunity to do so now. You don't have to go out unless you really want to, or obviously if you have to work in a frontline service. Use this time wisely. Read more, do some research, learn about yourself as well. Keep a journal and journal your thoughts. Learn about what makes you tick and why. Take a deeper look inside you. And of course, if you have children, that means you have now become their teacher, like myself. So you're going to have to, find different creative ways to encourage them to keep learning as well. And again, there are so many resources online for you to use to help your child to develop in whatever area of interest you want them to, whether it's maths, English, more creative sides, arts, music, languages. Take this time and use it wisely. Use it to help your child catch up on anything that might be lacking in. Use it to further develop them and make sure that when they go back to school, whenever that will be, that they're ahead of the game. Use your time to invest in your child and yourself. So the fourth step to well-being is to give. And again, this can be interpreted in a variety of different ways. It can be about giving to others. So, again, in social media over the past couple of weeks, we've seen how selfish the British public have been with regards to hoarding and panic buying and leaving more vulnerable people with nothing. No toilet roll. It's an ongoing joke. No toilet roll, no food. So give, and make sure that you're being generous and just mindful of what you are using, what you are taking, and ensuring that other people around you have got enough. Check on, relatives, elderly relatives, more people more vulnerable than you, and just make sure that, they're okay as well. Check in on them. But again, it's also a time to ensure that you're giving to yourself. Practice self-care. Make sure that you are in a routine, because usually when things like this kind of happen, routine is the first thing that kind of goes out the window, and that is one thing that kind of gives us structure and gives us purpose. So try and stick to your routine. Try and go to bed at the same time every night. Try and wake up at the same time every morning. Make sure you're scheduling in time to have your meals throughout the day. Scheduling time to do exercise. Whether if you're still working from home like I will be, scheduling your time to work from home. Scheduling time to teach your children. Try and stick to a schedule. Write down your plans for the day, your goals. And then also scheduling time to self-care. So do something for you, whether it's, washing your hair, face mask. Make sure you're scheduling in time to do something for yourself, something that you enjoy. Mentioned about, whether it's reading or, learning something new. If that's something that you enjoy, then make sure you're scheduling plenty of time to do that. Or even if it's just sitting down and Netflixing, or baking, cooking, getting outside in the fresh air, make sure you're scheduling in time to give back to yourself, because again, during this period of weirdness that's going on, those things can also be neglected, and those things also make you feel good. So give to yourself, give to others, just give. And the final step to well-being is to take notice. So again, this can be interpreted in a range of different ways, but usually we talk about being mindful. So whether you're into meditation or if you practice mindfulness, if you're religious at all, you can, pray. But just be mindful, because obviously we're going to be confined to our homes for a while. So, that can become quite mundane in that respect. So, change things up a little bit. If you're studying or working from home, have a designated work area. Don't do it all in your bedroom, because then that might start causing sleep issues, because your brain starts to associate your bedroom with being awake and working. So try and keep those kind of things separate. And as I said, try and get out and get some fresh air if you can. Have moments of peace where you're not doing anything other than just reflecting and taking in what's going on. And I think most importantly, it's just good to remember that despite us kind of being on this lockdown, it's still important to reach out to people if you are feeling socially isolated, and if you do feel like things are deteriorating and you need some extra support, because support services are still there, albeit in a different form of support. I'm now offering my students like Skype and telephone counselling and therapy. So there are those services available. It's just making sure that you're reaching out to them. In the comments below, I'll put a range of different kind of support services that you can access, whether it be via text or apps or telephones. So just make sure that you are reaching out if you need to. You are not alone in this crisis. We're all in it together. And I think just try and enjoy it. And not often do we get this opportunity to kind of shut ourselves off from the outside world and just really kind of take a deeper look inside ourselves and just, be kind of at peace without having to, rush around from here to there, go to work, shopping. Everything's kind of just gone out of the window. So, enjoy it, and hopefully something positive comes from this. But yeah, I hope everyone stays safe out there. Try and keep, social distance from everyone, so hopefully we can just get over this period and get back to normality. But whilst we're in this situation, let's just try and look after ourselves and each other. One last thing before I do go, I just want to say a huge thank you to all our key workers, all those still out there grafting on the front line, whether you be working for the NHS, police, fire service, our shop workers, factory workers, delivery drivers, anyone who's still out there keeping the country going, our teachers, social workers. Big thank you to everyone for, making this period, run as smoothly as possible given the situation. You guys are truly appreciated. Keep up the good work and stay safe.